Hello and welcome back to Timberborn. We left off in a 4-day drought, which reminds me I actually do need to pause. I think maybe just 2 water pumps. Actually, let's pause all 3. We do have our large water tank up and running, but so far we have no water in it. So it might actually be a good time to look at emptying the storage on these. And hopefully they'll move them here. I think. We'll see. And then we can replace this with another large water tank. Now, somehow we are still making planks. All of our water wheels are moving, even though we're in the dry season. I have no idea how that works, but it does. So let's fast forward a bit. We are working on getting all of this up and running, which hopefully won't take too long. Now, they did just finish building this, so I think they should be able to reach this one. Maybe not. So we might actually have to temporarily delete these and put in a platform here so that they can reach these ones. I'm going to high prioritize this one to see if they can actually reach both of these, or if we need to put in another platform here. I just noticed that this large water wheel is too far for them to reach because they haven't built the stairs yet. So I think we should high prioritize that one as well, just to see if they can even build it. And I've just realized I built this in the wrong place. Oh goodness me. Because if you see here, this will not work. That is quite unfortunate. So we will need to delete that. I think we can put in one here. And we will probably need to do some temporary platforms along here. And look at that, they are actually able to bring logs over to this large water wheel. And somehow we have 430 logs. I don't know how we got all of those logs, but we did. So we should be able to get this built hopefully fairly quickly. And then we can kind of make like another industrial center up here. Now let's see, they've just built that. And it looks like they can reach both of these. So they should be able to reach both of these. And we actually probably don't even need this last bit here. Now I've just noticed that our grill is finally connected to power. So we can go ahead and put someone in here. We have Akanaut headed over to make some grilled potatoes. And that should help with our storage situation, since we have 190 potatoes just sitting in storage that we have not cooked yet. So that should help there. And our water levels are starting to drop, so I think I will put someone in the water pump since we have about 2 days left of the drought. It looks like they've emptied our small water tanks as well, so we can go ahead and delete these and replace these with a large water tank, like so. And I think we'll go ahead and mark all of these for demolition as well. So let's see how many large water tanks we should be able to fit here. We could put one here, and then one here. We also might need to consider adding another industrial log pile now that this one is full. So I think we will do an industrial log pile on top of this one, but perhaps facing the other way, because we'll need to put in stairs. So if we do it this way, we can come in here and clear this one for the stairs and these two for the path. And the drought has ended. So I just turned back on our water pumps. I think we do need to turn off some of these inventor huts, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe we have the right number of people. Or beavers, I should say. And I didn't even notice, but we actually have a 4th water pump that is up and running. So exciting. We have Tangine working in there. Now, for some reason, this didn't say it was too far away before, but it does say it's too far away now. So I think what that means is that we do need to put in another platform here. And we also have grilled potatoes. You can see we have almost 40 grilled potatoes. So our food is going up, but our large warehouse is full. Oh, why are we flooding? Why are we flooding? Why are we flooding? What? 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 Why are we flooding? I am quite confused right now. It's killing our wheat. What? That was so bizarre. I am so confused. Well, in any case, we'll high prioritize a couple of these, and looks like we still have one more bush that we need to get rid of here. But otherwise, we can come in here and put our large water tank there. They've actually already managed to build our industrial log pile right here. However, we do need to wait for these maple trees here to mature before we can actually cut them down and put our stairs here. So as far as our large warehouse goes, I think what I'd like to do is put another warehouse maybe on top of one of these. So if we do that, we should be able to put a path here and stairs here. A path here, and then we might as well put another breeding pod back here since we have space for one. So looking at this, I've realized we actually don't even need to put in all of these here because we're just going to delete them. So we could probably delete a couple of these, and then they should be able to build that one once this is built. I am going to high prioritize this one because I'd love to get some more water pumps in here, and they are taking forever to get to this water wheel. So I will high prioritize these, high prioritize a couple of these, and then we should be able to get some more water going. So this breeding pod was built, but it's not connected to the district center. So we do need to put a path in here. And I would like to start putting some decorations around as well. So if we go ahead and put a bench in here and a shrub in here, I think that should give us aesthetic, I think. And look at that, we now have 4 water wheels up and running here. So we can come in here and delete this. And put a few more water pumps in here. Now it looks like they can't build this one, so we are going to have to delete this one and build another platform here. And then in the meantime, we will come over this way, delete this path, and we should be able to put a few more water pumps. Maybe just one more for now. That is looking very nice, but all of our water storage is currently full, and we still need 11 more gears. So let's see if we can get our gear workshop up and running. It looks like it was on low priority, but now that we are starting to make some more planks, we'll work on getting that up and running. I didn't even notice, but our aquatic farmhouse is also up and running, and we have Macaulay and Suzazel planting cattail, which they've already planted. Look at that. So they're sitting here bored. I think we can maybe fire one of them. And we could consider maybe putting some spatterdock back here. So now Sazazil will go ahead and put some spatterdock here. We could actually go back further as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go, I guess, all through here. And there we go. So we are planting spatterdock here. It looks like little like clovers. They're so cute. I love that. Now this does mean that we will definitely need more storage rather quickly. So maybe we should consider prioritizing this one. And as we can see here, almost all of our water pumps are actually up and running. So we do have a few of these that are currently unoccupied because we don't have enough beavers, but that is just fine because we also have a shortage of water storage at the moment. So now that this one is built, we can come over here and delete this platform. And we can put in another water wheel here that we will prioritize over the other ones so that these are all connected. And hopefully that will help increase our efficiency because it has been rather terrible lately. Now I'm thinking that we could potentially turn back on another breeding pod. I think we could afford to have some more beavers running around. I did not even realize, but our builder's hut is also built. So if we come over here and pause another water pump, perhaps we can send them, I guess maybe pause 2 water pumps. We can send them here, and that will help increase our building time as well. And look at that, these are all connected. So we currently have 245 power and we only need 150, so that is pretty good. Once we are able to connect all of these, it should be even more efficient, but that is not too shabby. Now these ones are operating on 66 power and they need 360, so that is pretty terrible. We do have a bakery set to go in here, but we also do need a grist mill that we can pop in there. Now, unfortunately, we actually can't pick any more berries because these are completely full because our storage is full and they can't move the berries out. So we really need to get this built. So I'm going to high prioritize that. And hopefully most of our planks will go to getting that built pretty quickly. And I think this one just got cut down, which means we can actually put stairs in here, which we will need to high prioritize. And then we can slowly start putting a path through here. We do need to turn back on a couple of water pumps. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I think it would be helpful to unpause another lumberjack flag since a lot of these trees are almost done growing. And we can now put in our path there and get this log pile connected. We only need 6 more gears for our other large water tank, and it looks like they've been working on the planks for most of the other ones. So gears right now are our biggest constraint. I think mostly because the power supply is so limited that their efficiency is pretty awful. But we did get a couple of these up and running, so I think what we'll go ahead and do here is delete this one and put in a power wheel here. So now we have 163. And we need 240, so it's not as bad, but it's still not great. But they should get this one built pretty quickly. And now that that one is built, it looks like they can somehow reach this one as well, despite this path not being built. I'm not quite sure. I guess they actually are just running down here and building them from the ground up, maybe? So maybe we don't even need this path. And maybe we can just do this. Because it looks like they can actually reach all of these. And we have another drought in 3 days. 3 days. But this is looking pretty good. So let's go over here and delete this. And we can put another water wheel here. Let's mark this one high priority. That way it'll connect all of these ones that are already spinning and help increase our efficiency. So we're already up to 320, which means we can turn this one back on. And we can fire someone from the builder's hut and hopefully they'll come over here. And our large water tank is built just in time for the drought. So let's also go ahead and turn back on one of these. And our large warehouse is built as well. So we should be able to start storing more food, especially now that these little cattails are... Oh, what is he doing? Huh. Now that these cattails are up and running. That is very strange looking. We also have... Oh, they should have built this before this. That is a bummer, but that's okay. Our power supply is finally improving, which is great news. So I think we should be able to power these 2 buildings as well. And we have 1 day left until the drought. I am going to keep everything on triple speed just because I feel like there's a lot of things to do and there's not a lot that we can do until they finish all of this stuff. The drought has started. It is a 5-day drought. 5 days. So we will pause all of our water pumps. And we have 647 water. I think we should be perfectly fine. But I do want to start picking some of these berries. So if we come over here and turn on a couple of these gatherer flags, I think now that we have this large warehouse built, we should hopefully be able to pick some more berries. Now I'm noticing here that the chestnuts and the cattail roots are showing up in our inventory, but not in our food. So I think that we actually have to cook the chestnuts and maybe the cattail as well, although I don't see anywhere where we can cook the cattail. Maybe that goes in the grist mill. It does. So we have to make cattail flour before we can make, oh, maple pastries and cattail crackers. How cute. Got it. So we'll actually need 2 grist mills, 3 bakeries, and 3 grills. So I think what would make the most sense is to actually connect this power supply here. Using something like that. We'll high prioritize this one and pause this one so that they can still reach it. And then maybe we can somehow conjoin this with all of this. But I think we are going to possibly need to cut down some of that level, which means we will need an explosives factory. And the explosives factory takes 400 science points to open, which we have. But for that, we need planks, gears, and metal blocks. And metal blocks we don't have. So to get metal blocks, we need a, looks like a smelter, which we can build. So if we unlock the smelter, I think the best place to put it is going to be here. which means we'll have to knock down that power wheel eventually. But I think we'll wait until we have all of this up and running. And maybe we can also consider putting another power wheel over here. I think that would be a good spot for it. That way we can keep things up and running even during the dry season. I would also like to build a hauling post. I think we are just taking so long to move things around. Maybe that's what's delaying us. So I think the best place to do that would be here, but we will need to demolish some of these resources. You know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if we put a set of stairs in here, if that will allow us to actually build the water wheels from the ground. And that would save us quite a bit of wood and planks on building up all of these platforms if they could just build them from the ground. And it looks like they can. So this is what we are going to do. We will just build all of these from the ground. And look at this spatter dock. It's so cute. It has like little yellow flowers on it. How cute. They're actually getting this built pretty quickly. I think trying to build all of these platforms was our biggest constraint. So we can come in here and delete all of these. And now we should be able to connect up all of these. And it looks like they are all within range. And now that that one's built, we can come over here and connect in these. And it looks like they should be able to build all of those. You can tell our water levels are definitely diminishing by how much of the plant you can see. So I would like to try to start to figure out a way to put some floodgates here so that we can protect a little bit more of the water. And we should be able to reach, I think, just barely, we should be able to reach if we replace this with a set of stairs. We have 1 day left of the drought. Our third large water tank is almost complete. And I think we can actually start emptying out some of these. That way we can put our large water tanks in here, 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 and here. We can pause this one since it is currently not connected to anything. And I'll try to remember to unpause that once our bakery is built. But if we can get these stairs going, I'm hoping we can reach over here and put a floodgate in there. Our large warehouse is also already basically full. So we now need to figure out another place to put storage. I would like to have some storage over here since we are making quite a few things on this side. And the drought has ended. Amazing. I think we are just going to put our storage back here. There's not really a better place for it, so we'll do a couple of those like that. And then we will do stairs here. And it does make sense to have our storage on this side since we have all of the farming over here. It wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense to move it at this point. Then we need to turn back on our water pumps. We have 4 unemployed beavers, so they can go in here. Actually, Rakash has died of old age, so we only have 3 unemployed beavers. I think we need to probably unpause these breeding pods and actually increase our beaver population a little bit. And I didn't even notice, but some of our lumberjack flags weren't in use either because we're so short on beavers. So we might need to pause the builder hut and put some beavers in here. And this whole area has flooded yet again. I'm not sure why it keeps doing that. Oh, but look at this! Our stairs are built, however, I don't know if they can reach. Oh, it looks like they can. So now that these stairs are built, what we are going to do is put a triple floodgate in, but for that, we actually need to unlock the triple floodgate, and we might even want to put it on a levee. So see, this is too far for them to build. And I don't know if we really need all floodgates across here. This requires 30 logs and 15 planks. Whereas if we just put levees, it's just logs, no planks. So we might just want to do some levees on the side and then floodgates down the middle. I think that's probably the best option. I also wouldn't mind doing some up here. But we need to unlock those, which requires more science points. And look at this. The power supply, 850. And on this side, 550 is absolutely incredible. We finally have 100% efficiency, which is so exciting. I did put the hauling post in here. So once we have some more beavers, we'll have places to employ them. I think we can actually go ahead and pause these power wheels since the water is flowing. And if we do that, we still have plenty of power. And that gives us back 3 beavers that we can employ in the builder's hut. We also now have grilled chestnuts, which is so fun. So I think we should focus on putting our bakeries and things up here once we get this large water wheel built out. I am also growing very impatient on waiting for science points, so I am going to put in a few more inventor huts. They only require 12 logs to build, which I did not realize, so we might as well build those. That way we can actually start to build out our levee and floodgate system here. We are so close to finishing off this amazing water wheel thing that we have going on here. I don't know why half of them don't work at all. Super strange, but we'll let that be. But we only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. And then our whole power supply connection will be complete, and we can actually remove these and put in maybe an explosives factory or a shredder or probably some more plank lumber mills. And our science inventor hut things are up and running, but we don't have any unemployed beavers. So we are going to pause the inventor hut or the builder's hut again. That way we can get another unemployed beaver. Now that we have science points up and going, we can unlock the levee. And the levee will go, I think, here. And then the floodgates will go here. I think that should be pretty good because that will up the water height to here, which it might flood. I don't really know. We'll have to see, but we could always lower the floodgates. So it looks like they can reach these, which is great. So the only thing that we'll need to do is unlock the triple platform here for them to go across this part and reach over here. Although for some reason, it seems to think that they can reach these, but not these. And I'm not quite sure why that is. Maybe instead of unlocking a triple platform, we could actually just put stairs in. And do some sort of path. So what I've realized is that even with There we go. Even with, you know, putting like stairs here, we'd have to redo the stairs so many times that it would require essentially more planks than it's worth, and it would just be easier to do a triple platform over this way. So I think we will wait to unlock that, which means we need 90 more science points, which I don't think should take too long. Now, somehow we are again short on logs. Given that we are always short on logs, I am thinking that we should actually do a water dump, or maybe pumps water up on one side, discharges it on the other, versus a water dump. Well, that requires a lot of science points. So I'm actually thinking we should unlock the water dump, and we should put it here to turn this whole area green, and then we can expand our tree farming area, because we are running very short on logs. But in the meantime, let's unlock the triple platform and come across here. I think that should be far enough to build everything. And then if they can reach, we'll actually come up here and do a whole other set of levees on this side. And then floodgates there. And eventually I would like to do the same thing up here. But it looks like we can only do a double floodgate there. That's kind of my vision for that. I think that would be pretty cool. There is some wood up here. I think if we come over here and do a set of stairs and high prioritize that, we actually should be able to reach some of this wood up here. So let's pause a couple of the inventor huts and see if we can get someone in here. It does look like they can cut down this whole section, or at least most of it. So that should help a little bit with the wood supply. Now we do have 2 unemployed beavers, so I think we can turn this back on. So I'm almost wondering if we can actually delete this now, or if that would be a bad idea. We have a drought coming in 3 days. 3 days, but you know what? Our water supply is looking very, very good. We have quite a bit of water. We have a good bit of food. I think we can actually switch this one to grilling potatoes. And now that we have enough science, we will unlock the water dump. And I'm thinking we should put this in probably here. That should be able to reach. It looks like it does. So we're going to flood this whole area with water once this is built. I do kind of want to high prioritize that. That way we can keep this whole area green and actually get some more trees going. I think that will help a lot. And why are you stranded and hungry? Go get food. What are you doing? Oh, he wanted a potato. Got it. We have 2 days left until the drought. 2 days. I don't really think we need these water pumps yet, since we are almost full on all of these, so we'll leave those paused. We do really need our storage up and running though, as well as this water dump so that we can keep this whole area green. I really don't understand the water mechanics, like why this whole side is not moving at all and this side is moving very rapidly. I don't quite get it. Maybe someone can explain to me how that works, but I'm hoping that this water wheel will not suffer the same fate and just be stuck lifeless like these ones. It looks like it should get water flow, but honestly, I thought these ones would get water flow too. The drought is coming in 1 day. Now, we did finish this water dump, so I'm really curious to see how much this will really help with the whole green situation. It's hard to say. I think the biggest problem for this water dump is that these are kind of far away, so he has to walk a pretty long way to get water. But there's really not a whole lot that I can do about that. The good news is once this is full, we can pause it for a little while. So I'm just hoping that this will work to bring back to life some of this forestry over here. And worst case, we can actually put a water pump in here and get water out of here in the dry season if we need to. Now look at that! They have officially built 1 levee, which is really exciting. And the drought has started, a 6-day drought, our longest drought yet. We should be okay on water. We are gonna pause all of these. And I kind of want to pause this just because we're in the drought. And it's not really doing anything for us at the moment. So I think we should just pause that. We will turn back on our power wheels because we're gonna lose pretty much power throughout this whole thing. So we'll turn those back on, kind of like our backup generators. Now, during a drought would be the perfect time for them to get all of this built. So I'm thinking what we should do is high prioritize all of this. And we can also work on getting some more water storage here. And I think we should pause maybe 2 of our breeding pods because we do have 7 children, which is a lot of beaver babies that we probably don't need that many of. Nothing to do in range. So this lumberjack has actually cut down all of the trees here, so we can go ahead and delete that. And we'll increase our builder's hut by 2 as well. So this is actually getting built pretty quickly. I think that they should be able to reach all of these from this platform that we created. And hopefully they can do that before the end of the dry season. And I think we are doing okay enough on water to actually turn this water dump back on and pause one of these inventor huts here. And look at that! They are moving pretty quickly on this, which is exciting. I am going to lower this just in case I forget and the drought ends because I don't want to flood our whole little space over here. I did forget to turn our forester hut back on. I just realized that. So, oh my goodness! We have so many workers in the hauling post. We definitely do not need that many beavers. Now I know we only have 1 beaver in here, which obviously they can't keep up with the demand on their own. But since we can't eat these food items without the bakery or grill, there's really not a point in like rushing to collect all of that. So I'm just gonna leave 1 beaver in there. And look at that, our large water tank storage will soon be completed. And this is coming along quite nicely as well. So it does say this is too far away from the builders, but I'm wondering once they build this platform if they will be able to reach it, because it looks like they can reach this one even though they're only here. So I'm hoping, but we'll see. And our water levels are getting dangerously low in here. But look at this! This is actually starting to turn this whole area green, which means that we can expand. So we can plant some more pine through here. We can do some more berries through here. And the drought has ended! Oh no! I mean, like, yes, but oh no, because this is, like, definitely not done being built. Like, at all. So we're gonna lower these completely. And keep an eye on that. And then we will come back here and turn on our water pumps. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh! Ah! Ah! What is going on? Why is this flooding? I don't know why it's flooding. These are like all the way down. See, I don't... That makes no sense. The water should be going through. Oh gosh. That was very... What is it doing? Why is it like pouring over the top when these are all the way down? Maybe they need to be higher up? Maybe we need to... Oh gosh. Maybe I need to like delete these? I honestly don't know what the issue is. Maybe that was the problem. I think that fixed it, I think. Let's see, we'll go super speed and clear it up. That is super bizarre though. Okay, well I think that worked. So now the moment of truth, and let's slow it down and see, but if we actually raise these floodgates up, I think we can do that. And if we get rid of the water for a second, we can see that it should keep some water in for the dry season. Now I'm wondering if we raise them up again, is that still fine? I think it is. Well, that was a disaster for a moment. Now we can pause these power wheels again because we don't need these. So we might need to look at doing some sort of like dynamite or something here, or maybe we should actually put a levee here and here to prevent the water from spilling out, maybe? I don't really know what to do to fix this, but I guess it's working for now. I mean, you can see the water is coming off a lot higher on the sides. It's kind of odd the way the water mechanics are working on this, but I think it will serve the purpose we need it to serve. I definitely flooded the underground ruins, sadly, but hopefully that will dry out. Now that we're out of the drought, I am going to turn back on these breeding pods because we could definitely use some more beavers. Look at the magical water wheel! Oh my gosh! Wow, almost 300 horsepower. This is beautiful. I want to try, if possible, to connect this with these while also connecting it with other things. But I just realized we also need to add in a water wheel here so they can work on that, and then we're almost done with this whole power network that we've created. I did put the high power shaft here, so I think what we can do is put a turning shaft here, a straight shaft here, a turning shaft there, maybe one of these here, think something like that. And we'll have to pause this one until these are built so that the beavers can reach all of them. But that should connect everything up. And then I do want to dynamite some of this area here so we can actually add some more bakeries and grills. And I'm thinking the smelter is the way to go. So we'll put the smelter here. And then I'm not sure exactly yet what we'll put here. I'm thinking maybe the paper mill. So let's go ahead and unlock that. Oh, but that's a smaller building. I want to put a longer building here. So maybe we actually should put the explosives factory. But for that, we still need paper. So we are still going to want to put a paper factory somewhere. I can't tell if this water dump is actually worthwhile. But I think if we can get this full of water, we can kind of save this for the dry season and pump it during the dry season. That's my thought. And look at that! We are down to our last water wheel here. So if we come in and delete this and delete this, we can put our final water wheel here. I never thought I would see the day, but we can put that in, and then we should be able to go ahead and delete this one and put something in here, probably the explosives factory. I do still want to keep a couple of these power wheels set up as like backup power during the dry season, but I'm thinking during the dry season we'll probably pause most of these, and then we'll just have like, maybe we can fit in like one more power wheel somewhere, maybe over here. So this is a little wonky, but what I am thinking, if this will work, is something like this, where we have a couple of these like backup wheels here. And I do want to high prioritize all of these because that is a lot of power that could be used for better things right now. And before I forget, I'm going to delete these as well. Oh, and look at that! These stairs are working. So it looks like they should be able to reach if we just delete this. And we can unpause this piece because the rest of it is built. And then once this piece goes in, all of this should be connected. And our last wheel was put in. Granted, half of the wheels don't work at all, but still very, very exciting. Our grist mill is also finally producing flour. We have 43 wheat flour. I do kind of want to try the cattail flour and see what happens when we get some cattail flour. And they're actually working on getting the bakery up and running right now. Now with our large water wheel, our power supply is at 1100, which is absolutely insane. I've also just realized that we actually can't use a double platform to go across here because it has to be the same height as this wall. So we are going to have to use the triple platform anyways. So I'll save the science points on that. We don't need to bother unlocking that. And let's go ahead and high prioritize this whole bit here. Now somehow we have 5 unemployed beavers. So a couple of them will be inventors. And a couple of them will go be builders and haulers. Now for this bit here, I am a little bit concerned about the levees. If we look at this without the water, I am a little bit worried about the levee on this side. So we might want to consider deleting just that one, because I think if we leave it, it might overflow like it did down here. So it's just gonna be a little bit uneven, and we'll see how that looks. And the first floodgate is up. I am going to lower it so we don't flood everything. And we have another drought in 3 days, but our bakery is actually finally up and running. We do need to pause something, maybe an inventor or 2 or 3. Apparently we have had a lot of deaths. There we go. We have Miyagi is now making cattail crackers. So now you can see we have 8 cattail crackers, which is actually quite a lot. So 1 flour makes 4 crackers. That is not too shabby. That is a pretty good food source. And if we look at one of the beavers, if we slow it down for a second, we can see that cattail crackers satisfy carrying speed. So they each have their own item that they help with. However, bread satisfies carrying speed significantly more. So we'd actually be better off making bread. But if we switch to bread, for 1 flour we get 5 bread. So bread actually seems like it would be significantly better, because for 1 cattail flour we get 4 cattail crackers. So I think we're going to switch back to bread for the time being. And then on this side here, we need 400 science points to unlock the explosives factory. So that will be what we put here. We put our paper factory here. I think this is a pretty good layout that we have going on. And then we just need to decide what exactly we want to put up here. But I think we want to blow out this whole area first. We have 2 days left until the drought. 2 days. This water dump process is going very, very slowly, but in theory, if we can actually get this full of water, then we'll have like a little water area that we can save for the dry season. I think what might help is if we come in here and we get rid of a couple of these. Maybe a couple more. And if we put a large water tank here, once these water tanks are full, which all of them are pretty much almost full, they'll start bringing water over here. And then this beaver, Kavlaba, will actually just be able to go right across this path and get water, and it'll make filling this a lot easier. And this is almost done. Just in time for the drought, actually. And a 7-day drought has begun. Let's pause for a second and see how close we are to getting this built. Oh, we still need 15 planks. There's no way that is getting built. But we might be able to save a little bit of the water. No, it does not look that way. Unfortunately not. However, these should save some of the water for us. Before we wrap up this episode, I am going to unlock the oh, we don't have enough science points. I forgot. We need 400. So I guess we'll save that for the next episode, actually. We're going to leave this episode here for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. We finally got our entire water wheel contraption area built out. Pretty amazing. We actually have on this side connected to the large water wheel. Even during the drought, we still have 440 power, and on this side, it's still 350. So we're in a pretty good spot for the time being. We have some of our dry season jobs going up here with extra power wheels and lots of large water tanks built. So very, very exciting episode. In the next episode, we will get this whole thing built out, this whole waterfall situation, and I really want to try and find a way to reach this. If we can reach it from our district, or if we need to maybe make another district, but I would love to reach that and start mining from there. But thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.